Understanding Music, an Interdisciplinary Study, written by Austin Mardon, Kyra Droog, Alyssa Kulchisky, Theoren Tolsma, Mark Unruh, published by the Antarctic Institute of Canada, narrated by Adkisson. Introduction. Music is a great blessing. It has the power to elevate and liberate us. It sets people free to dream. It can unite us to sing with one voice. Such is the value of music. Nelson Mandela. From the time before our first breath to well after our final breath, music plays an inevitable and intrinsic part in our lives. Parents sing to their children while they are in the womb. Music marks the crossing of the stage of graduation. Hundreds of thousands of people gather together to celebrate a musician's live performance. Music plays in the car during road trips. Music celebrates our life once we are gone. This incredibly powerful mix of sounds is there to comfort us when we are sad, push us up when we are feeling down, and bring out our wild and excitable side when all we want is to scream a song at the sky. There is no shortage of ways to explain the power and importance of music in our lives, and no doubt that any list of moments in life that are marked by music will remain forever incomplete. Music is a constant in every life. A wide variety of definitions of music exist, particularly dependent on the style or type of music in question. This book will tackle a wide variety of music, everything from the first known forms of Western art music to the latest songs telling stories of modern-day experiences. For our purposes, music will be a pattern of sounds made by musical instruments, voices, or computers, or a combination of these, intended to give pleasure to the people listening to it. This all-encompassing definition means we aren't restricted to considering Western art music or vocal music. Instead, we could consider all forms of music that are intended to spark joy in the listeners' hearts. To truly understand music in an interdisciplinary way is first to understand the way music has grown and evolved based on human need. That said, in order to understand some of our discussion, we need to have a basic understanding of the history of music, but Western art music particularly. When most people think about classical music, they're thinking of Western art music. For this purpose, we'll provide a brief overview of the important musical eras, musical forms, and other terms and concepts that will help you, our reader, navigate the coming sections of this book. To help with quick reference, we have also added a glossary of terms to the end of the book, which will help you should you become stuck on a specific term when we discuss it. The musical eras of Western art music. Western art music encompasses a wide range of musical endeavors and spans hundreds of thousands of years. In fact, Western art music extends from the great repertoire of the Gregorian chant, first assembled around the year 600 CE, to compositions circulating electronically on the internet today. Even with this all-encompassing statement, it is truly difficult to understand how music emerged from a single-tone chants to the complicated symphonic masterpieces that exist today. To impart upon you, our readers, a basic understanding of how music changed and evolved throughout the years to keep up with the needs and desires of humankind, we'll dive into the music of some of the most noted eras of Western art music. Considering the history of music will help us understand some of the later sections in this book. Much like the best way to understand how something works is to break it down to its most basic pieces and build it back up again, the best way to have a well-rounded appreciation for the complexities of music is to understand its basic composition. The Middle Ages. The Middle Ages is the first period in the history of classical music whose composers can be identified by name. For centuries following the Roman Empire's collapse, the main centers of learning in Western Europe had been the monasteries. Much of Western life, including music, was determined by the Church during the Middle Ages. With the sole exception being jongleurs or court entertainers, all music was written by and performed in churches, and related to religious material. As Joseph Kerman and Gary Tomlinson explain, music provides words with special emphasis, force, mystery, even magic. Throughout human history, this heightening by music has served the basic aim of religion, to bring humans into beneficial contact with unseen spirits, with deities, or with a single God. It is for this reason the connective aspect that music played, and still plays, such an important part in religion and various
Sample complete. Ready to continue?